Hey guys, it's Steve again. Interesting thing I found out the other day. Let me drink a cup of coffee here real quick. Again, with the practice pad, it's beneficial also to have it at different heights. Okay, for instance, low down here will force you to have a higher arm position to the pad, so you're really working that wrist like this or like this. That way it also simulates maybe more of a China type motion, or a crash cymbal motion like this. Let's even get it lower. You might not be able to see the pad anymore, but anyway. That really forces you to stay here and get more of a lower wrist motion, where you're up here with your if you're riding on a crash cymbal like this. See that motion? This is the same thing. You can do it with a pad. Okay. Now my hands might not have been even there, but anyway, you get the idea for a low pad. Now conversely, see how high this baby goes. It doesn't go too high, but that's alright. There we go. Now we've got it nice and high here. And you're also going to find the more the stick is parallel to the pad, the more bounce you're going to get. If you look at guys like Jojo Mayer, he's got his snare drum like probably just a little bit lower than here, and he's getting all the bounce in the world. It's great, okay? But there's a yin and yang to that. You got to make sure you're in the correct position for that, or else if your elbow starts sagging, you're going to start hitting the rim. So with the snare or with the pad high up like this, and your arms at a natural motion, you can really get a lot of bounce with it. And this helps with your finger exercises like this. When you're doing your finger exercises, nothing else moves, or at least most of it doesn't move. See my wrist and my arm? Just using fingers. Now there's going to be a little bit of residual motion here, but it's mainly finger. I'm going to kind of scoot around like this. You can see my fingers right here. It's hard to show it in slow motion because it's such a fast motion, but raising your pad up like this promotes more finger exercise, and it can promote more wrist exercise like this, where you have all the fingers on the stick. So all singles, maybe some doubles. See all fingers on the stick? Okay. So, kind of mess around with the height of the pad. Get it way low down, get it way high up, maybe to where it's here. That'll really promote wrist motion, okay? I think about here promotes more finger motion, but if you find that you're using finger motion or a certain motion and you're hitting the rim, means that the snare drum needs to go just a little bit lower. If I'm doing finger motion right here and I'm getting the side, that means maybe just a touch down just a little bit to where it's normal, natural, like that. Okay, and if you can see where my natural playing position is, there's just almost a drumstick height between the pad surface and the stick. That's pretty good for finger motion. So again, experiment high, medium, low, wherever you want, and that'll promote more muscle motion. It'll force you to do things that you normally would do on a drum set, you know, all around with the hi-hat crashes, toms, everything. Here's another thing. Move away from the pad like this. That's about where your rack tom would go or so, okay? This forces you into this position, which is not the optimum position, but it still exists at your drum set. I'm about a drumstick away from the start of the pad to me. So try that. Move that pad all the way around, up, down, everywhere, okay? That'll help all your muscles. You don't want to just develop part of your muscles. You want everything going all at the same time, developing it, and you'll be that much of a better drummer for it. That's all I have today. Thanks again, guys.